Hello, sixth graders. Our lesson today is over writing equations. Hopefully you already have pencil and paper ready, and then you're ready to start following along and taking notes. Remember, please pause the video so that you can complete the actions that I'm telling you to do. All right, let's go to the next slide. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to distinguish between expressions and equations. Hopefully you already know that. Determine if a solution makes an equation true. Listen for new vocabulary and explain your reasoning to your classmates. So there are some words here like the words solution and equation and expression that you might not have remembered. We're going to go over what all of those means in just a second. Okay, here it says expression. Expressions are operations, numbers, and variables with no equal sign. So here I have 9 different phrases, and I want you to circle the expressions. Remember, you're not going to have an answer when you have an expression. So hit the pause video and see what you come up with. Okay, let's talk about the ones that I circled. So I circled 3 fish and 2 birds because I don't know what 3 fish and 2 birds equals. I circled 8 branches. 8 branches doesn't equal anything, it's just 8 branches. Same with 5 plus a number, it doesn't tell you what the answer is, nor does the product of 4 and 0 tell you what the answer is. And 7 times a number is just 7 times a number. If you wanted to write these out, you could say 3 plus 2, 8, 5 plus a number, and the product of 4 and 0, and 7 times a number. These are all expressions. All right, so this slide is about equations. Equations are operations, numbers, and variables, and they have equal signs. So let's circle the phrases that make up equations. Remember, equations will have an answer to what the problem is. Hit the pause button. All right, hopefully you already circled your equations. Let's talk about it. First one I circled over here is a number divided by 5 is 3. So that would be a number divided by 5 is 3. Notice how that makes up an equation because it has an equal sign. Over here, 6 cups and 3 cups is 9 cups. That's also an equation because it has an equal sign. 7 plus 7 equals 14. Equal sign means it's an equation, exactly. And then this one says a number squared equals 64. So all of these have equal signs, and they all make up equations. Okay, so we've already talked about plug it in, that whenever they give us the value for a variable, all we have to do is plug it in. Now we're going to add what we know about plug it in, and we're going to talk about solutions. So a solution is a possible answer for the variable. So we might have an equation here, like an equation, I have x plus 9 equals 15. That is an equation. And they're asking me for the solution. They want to know, is 6 a solution to this problem? Or in other words, does 6, if x equals 6, will both sides equal each other? Will this left side equal this right side? So what you could do, you just plug it in. So wherever I see an x, I'm going to write the number 6. That's why I've written 6 plus 9 equals 15. But I don't know if 6 plus 9 equals 15. I'm just bringing down my equal sign because that's what you do when you solve a problem. I just know that this side is 6 plus 9 and this side is 15. It's in my next step that I determine what each side is going to equal. So I know that 6 plus 9 is 15, so this side equals 15, and this side equals 15. So does 15 equal 15? The answer is yes. Yes, it does. So is x and a solution to this problem? I'm going to circle yes, it is. Let's go to the next one. Is 4 a solution? So they're asking me, in this equation, will 4 make this equation true? So all I have to do is plug it in. So wherever I see an x, I'm going to put the number 4. So I have 4 plus 9 equals 15. Remember, I just brought down the equal sign. I don't know if it equals each other yet until I get to the next step. So on this side, I have 4 plus 9. On this side, I have 15. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 4 plus 9 equal 13, and this side equals 15. Does 13 equal 15? Answer is no. So that's why I have this equal sign right here, and it has a slash through it, saying no, it does not equal it. So I'm going to circle the answer choice, no. Oh, no. So over here on the right side, let's do one together. Is 7 a solution? So we have 11 equals n plus 6. And they want us to try the solution 7 for n. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to plug it in. And wherever I see an n, I'm going to write the number 7 plus 6 and bring down everything else. I brought down my plus sign, my 6, my 11, and my equal sign. So now I'm going to go to the next step. This side equals 11. This side equals 7 plus 6 is 13. Then I'm going to ask myself, does 11 equal 13? No, it does not. So I'm going to put an equal sign and a slash through it and write the word no. No, 7 is not a solution to this problem. It does not work. Go ahead and do this one. Is 6 a solution? And do the one on the bottom is 4 a solution. Hit the pause button while you're working. All right, so let's go over here to the one that says, is 6 a solution? So I plugged it in, and I plugged in wherever I saw a P, I plugged in 6, because I want to know if 6 is a solution. I figured out that 8 times 6 is 48, and the right side of the equation equals 72. But I haven't decided yet. Does 48 equal 72? No, it does not. So I'm going to put an equal sign with a slash through it and write the word no, because 6 is not a solution to this problem. Let's go over here. Is 4 a solution? So they want me to try the number 4 for the S. So I'm going to plug it in. Wherever I see an S, I'm going to write the number 4. So 36 divided by 4 is 9, and the other side of the equation equals 9. Now I just need to figure out, does 9 equal 9? Yes, it does. The answer is yes. Yes, 4 is a solution. On our last side here, we're going to be writing equations to represent situations. So it says that you can represent some real-world situations with an equation. Let's start this first one about Mark's team. All right, it says that Mark's team scored 46 points. Mark scored 17 points for the team, and his teammates as a group scored P points. I want to write an equation. There are several different ways that I can write this equation, and I'm just going to write just one of them on this one. So watch this with me. Let me underline some important information. So I know that Mark's team in total scored 46 points. Oh, did that wrong? 46 points. I know that Mark by himself scored 17, and the rest of this team scored P points. So in total, how much did they score? 46. So I'm going to put 46 on one side of the equation. So what together makes up 46? Yes, I would say the amount of points that Mark scored and the amount of points that his teammates scored. What's the amount of points that his teammates scored? They told us, P. And what's the amount of points that Mark scored? 17. So to make up 46, would I add, subtract, multiply, or divide those numbers together? Well, if you've been to a basketball game, you know that you just add up the score. So I'd add up Mark's points and I'd add up his teammate's score, and that would equal in total 46. So a possible equation that I could write is 46 equals P plus 17. Let's do this one right here about Juanita. Juanita has 102 beads to make N necklaces. Each necklace will have 17 beads. So there are several different ways that I can write this equation. I'm actually going to write this one multiple ways, okay? So I'm going to say that she has a total of how many beads? Well, she has a total of 102 beads. So I know 102 will go on one side of the equation and something else will go on the other side. All right, so it says that she wants to make N necklaces and that each necklace will have 17 beads. So if each necklace has 17 beads, that would mean that one necklace has 17 beads and two necklaces would have, hope someone over there said 34, because yes, it would have 34. So are we adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing? Yeah, we're multiplying. We're saying 17 times the amount of necklaces. So if it's one necklace, it's 17 beads. Two necklaces, it's 34 beads, and so on and so forth. So one way I could write it is 102 beads equals 17 beads times N necklaces. I could have also written it this way. I could have said, well, I know that in total there are 102 beads. And I know that we want to make up a certain amount of necklaces. But I don't know how many necklaces that we want to make. But I do know that each necklace has 17 beads. And if we have a total of 102 beads, if I do 102 beads divided by 17 beads, that would equal the amount of necklaces I had. So this is another way to write the equation. On the right side, I have two more situations. I want you to try to write out what you feel like a possible equation would be. Remember, there's more than one correct answer. I just want you to try your best on this one. All right, so I hope that you've come up with your answers. Here are the answers that I came up with. All right, so it says that Sonia rented ice skates for 8 hours. The rental fee was $2 per hour, and she paid a total of $8. So since they told me I paid a total of $8, or Sonia did, not me, I wrote that on one side, and I knew that she paid $2 for every hour. So for 1 hour, she paid $2. For 2 hours, she paid $4, and so on and so forth. So I know that's multiplication. So I wrote 2h equals 8. You could have also written that the total number of money that she paid divided by how much she paid each hour equals h. So 8 divided by 2 equals h. You could have also wrote that a total of $8 for the total number of hours divided by the hours would equal $2 for each hour. Those are 3 possible answers. So here I have Craig is C years old. His 12-year-old sister, Becky, is 3 years younger than Craig. So I said that since his younger sister, Becky, is 12, and she is 3 years younger than him, or he is 3 years older than her, I know that 12 plus 3 more years, or Becky's age plus 3 more years, equals Craig's age. So 12 plus 3 is C. I could have also said that since Craig has a sister that is minus 3 years from him, or 3 years younger than him, and she is 12, I could say that C minus 3 equals 12, or Craig's age minus 3 years equals Becky's age of 12. You could also said that the difference between Becky and Craig is 3 years. So difference is subtraction. So Craig's age minus Becky's age of 12 equals 3. Those are 3 possible answers. So when you're writing equations like this, there are several possible correct answers that you could have. On your assignment today, you're going to be working to figure out whether or not a given solution is a solution to a problem. And you're also going to be given word problems, and you're going to have to be writing solutions. Don't freak out. Remember, you can rewatch this video, you can talk to your classmates, or you can look up on YouTube for other videos, because there are probably more and more videos like this. Enjoy your class day today.